do it. And we are live. Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome to the ratings show here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. We are here for our final session of the year after a game. We got another installment of this show coming up. But today's Monday, the 25th of August, and we are here to do the ratings for round 24. I've got Pommy with me as always. Hello, sir.
Hey up, are we all diddling?
Yeah, we're good. Maybe we should just disclose what we were talking about. We were absolutely talking about roasting Jake tomorrow night.
Yeah, come on down. Your favourite YouTube channels, whichever you watch it on. But I'm just going to spend 2 hours mocking Jake, just so everyone knows. Gloves are off. I've got to try and break him. I've tried all year, unsuccessfully. I'm going to do a Jacob Weitering. I'm going to triple my efforts.
Yeah.
Go out swinging.
Yep, it's going to be fun. But before we do that, we have one more set of ratings to get through. And yeah, we're going to have some fun for the second week in a row, I guess. We're going to enjoy it. Feels like a lifetime ago, the game. I don't know. Did you plug? I mean, I plugged out of footy, so maybe that's why. Did you stay tuned in?
Fortunately, I don't have the distractions that you do. As a boring married man, I watched just the rest of the games as I always do, just enjoying the rest of the season. A little bit sad that we don't get to play in it, because I've got to say I did like finals the 2 years we played. It was quite nice. It was cool. Yeah. It was fun. I'm back in my group chat with a few good golf mates of mine now, being the thankfully, my Richmond mate is the same as me, but he's a little bit on a vibe that they're going to pick quality players. I'm just, back to being impartial watching it. So, yeah. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. That is exactly what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is.
That's all it can be. Just what it is. Do I see the return of the Alex Chincotta Guernsey in the background?
It's always been there. I'm changing my office up because we've got some big plans in the off season. So it has always been there. It's just that the way that the camera was the last couple of weeks as I hid some of the special things. Can't talk too much about it. I'm bound by an NDA from Mrs. Pom.
Okay. The secret's safe with us.
So shoot me, because she's been working overtime.
Yeah, I thought you'd absolutely delisted Chincotta already before the exit interviews.
Look, Pomcotta's always a friend of Pommy and us. So no, not. But we are going to. There will be some more shirts joining him, and the background will change. I can tell you that.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to showing you the new background.
Cool. All right. Well, this is the final ratings for season 2025. I want to thank Nick from Horizon Finance Group. If you guys have Instagram and you haven't followed Horizon Finance Group on Instagram, please do so. The link is in the top of the live chat tonight. And you know what? We'll just go from there. There might be some glazing. I think there might be. Why don't we start as we usually do?
Are we allowed to glaze?
You can do whatever you want, mate. If you glaze, I'll play the sound. You do whatever you like.
Because I feel bad for enjoying football again. I feel like people are going to come for me for enjoying football.
Bro, stop.
Sorry.
Wait, are we allowed to enjoy the win, or was it just? No,
I don't care anymore. Like, I've got to do this rating show in a couple of hours' time. On the other side, where I'm going to have to limit my glaze. So I'm getting it out now. I'm getting it all out so I can act forlorn on the next show.
All right. Let's not have fun with Jacob Weitering's game on Thursday night. Thoughts?
Oh, tell you what, he got home. He got home after this game, didn't he? Kissed his beautiful wife on the forehead. Went to the dashboard, got all of his shit out of his pocket, chewing gum, keys, wallet, and pulled out Liam fucking McMahon, didn't he? The big lanky twat. Just sat him there on the kitchen bench. His missus like, who the fuck's that? And he was like, exactly. He was dominant, money. He was absolutely dominant. And what was really nice about seeing Jacob this week was it was just that return to form where he's in the free roll. He's doing what he does, intercepting like a maniac. Look at them intercept possessions, 10 of the fuckers. And then the bit that turns me on about Jacob, you give him a bit of freedom. You let him do what he's got to do. Doesn't turn the ball over. Nearly 13 on average touches before he made a mistake. Incredible, man. Didn't lose a one-on-one all week. This guy is special. And what a way to round out the year for Jacob, because he's had a couple of rough games, but he came back with a plum, didn't he?
Yeah. Sorry, Atush and everyone else. I should have played this sound apparently straight away. Probably glazing on from the top. No, it was a good return to form. Also, he did say during the week before the game that he was incredibly sore and banged up. He was quite honest with Jared Waitley. So there were moments in the second half of that game, especially when the Bombers tried to bring it back, that he just lifted. I must say, it's been good to see the attitude from the group, even though there's nothing to really play for, but to see them actually want to finish strong. Would you say that they found their purpose? Because I think 8 weeks ago, Jacob was quoted as saying we need to find our purpose in the next 8 weeks.
Well, I mean, Jacob's purpose, as mundane as it is, because sometimes it's depressing. It's depressing being a defender, isn't it? But like genuinely, your premise is stop everyone else having fun. He is the party pooper, isn't he? Like genuinely, that's what he needs to pride himself in. You are going to stop stars having a good time, and he is Mr. Party Pooper, isn't he? He's your mum when you're 14 having a sleepover at 2 a.m. giggling. She's going to come in and tell you off. That's what he is. He's a mum on a sleepover. That's what we're going to call Weitering now. That's his purpose.
Well, he got an 8.7. I think Carlos here actually nailed it. Bang.
Carlos, look at him. He knows his mama's seaters. Well done, mate.
8.7. Then we're going to move along. We're going to get to Lewis Young. This looks interesting. Can you explain what's happened here?
Yeah, so Carlton deployed Lewis as an outlet ball in the second half. Such was how high Carlton's line was. He was kicking ass. So he played a more negating role. It was a fascinating one watching Lewis, though, because I do feel this is that area now that Nick Austin's probably looking at. No Harry O'Farrell, and he's definitely the best foil for Weitering. So that's a problem. Lewis Young is definitely your break glass in case of an emergency guy. You probably want someone a little bit more bold and a little bit more charismatic to be there. It's going to be fascinating what they do. But genuinely, I really enjoyed Lewis. I think he kept his width well. He got beaten a few times, losing his one-on-ones, which is always a worry. At times, it was very easy against him. But this is where Lewis is. Lewis is that. I think Lewis, the best way to describe Lewis is he's bang average. And that's not an insult. That makes you better than 99% of the planet. But I do feel Carlton, this is probably a hole that Nicholas Austin has got to try and work out what we do here.
Well, in a reality where you don't have O'Farrell, maybe Jack Silvani, and maybe Mitch McGovern, is it going to be a situation where you can just got to rely on Lewis to play footy next year?
Well, you definitely need some chemistry. My issue with Lewis and Weitering is it doesn't feel like they're compatible.
Yeah.
Like, the best way I could describe it is on paper it sounds all right, but it's like when you sleep with your friend. It ruins the friendship, doesn't it? Like, we've all done it. You know what I mean? Like, it changes the dynamic. So on paper it sounds like it's good, but you can never go back once you cross that boundary. And it's fascinating. So I don't know what to do with it. He's solid. I'm not picking on him. No. I just think this one here, this needs some work because he's got to work. At this stage, it's got to work. So There's times where he kind of gets lost in translation with Jacob. But this is the closest we've had to a perfect game because whatever Lewis did, we saw Weitering play his natural role.
2022 was his first season with us. And I remember it was the year after we lost Liam Jones. And from memory, it worked with Jacob.
He's had moments. I'm a firm believer, though, that your back six doesn't need to change. That's probably the only line that I don't want to see changed. I think, in an ideal world, you pick your 7 names and you're like, right, unless someone dies, this is what it is. Right. So I think there's probably an argument to be made for that as well. We've heard coaches come out and talk about that this week. JL Longmuir, he talked about how that the backline held up against the Dogs because it's been a continuous process of getting games in. And he mentioned Bailey Banfield, who's come across, got a lot of hate from Fremantle fans, but he's really had he's having a little bit of a summer holiday at the minute. He's kicking ass. And he said it's just about getting that continuity into him. So it might be that, but who knows? I just feel like Jake, I like Lewis. There's something about him I like. It's just little things, two-handed spoils when he could mark. It's them things that I want him to iron out in the off-season because then I think he will be an accomplished player.
Okay. Well, he got a 5.5 for his game. Then we get to Lachie Cowan. I think I glaze him every single week since he got back from injury. And I think I remind everyone that he came back from injury and has played very well since he came back.
Yeah, he's made that left side his own as well. And I think this is where this is where I want to see Lewis watch Cowan. Cowan knows what he's doing and he's very, very comfortable doing it. And he's willing to make them mistakes to do the right thing. I really like what we've got here with Lachie. He's somewhere in between Nick Newman and Sam Doherty in his prime. I think when you watch how he plays and goes about it, very accomplished on the ground. He's very good at getting the ball moving forward. He feels like he can play big and small. Really like what Lachie's done. He's really grown into this role. And it's hard to believe he's a baby, isn't it? Because he kind of commands respect.
Yeah. Is it safe to say since Doc's come out of the team, well, I guess McGovern as well, he's been the major beneficiary?
Definitely, and I think he's really grown into the role. I think that should be understated. There was a halfback on the other end who we'll talk about later in Archie Roberts, another guy that seems to be just incredibly mature for such a small young man. And Lachie's not small; he's a big fucker, but he kind of gives you reassurance, doesn't he? Like some players, when you watch them, you just feel comfortable. He feels comfortable.
Yeah. No. Finishes his season playing the 14 games. He's played 38 now in his 3 seasons in the system. I think he's definitely one that's showing good promise. So he gets a 6.5 for his game. Then there's Billy. He did it. He did it, I thought, in this game. He finally looked like he was comfortable.
He came out of his shell this week, and this is why it's so important sometimes when I criticised Voss a few weeks back when he played this guy once and dropped him.
Yeah.
This is where you've just got to sometimes persevere, and he'll make the mistakes, but you've got to give him the opportunity to flourish as well as finish his career. And I really like what we've got going on with Billy. I saw a little bit more from him this week in the terms of taking the game on. I think he takes the game on in the right areas. I'm a big fan of what Billy does. I'm not too sure if Billy is going to be best 22 come round 1 next year, but there was enough for me to look at this game and go, okay, he's probably worthy of keeping on another year and doing a Matt Carroll with him. Let's see what he can do, go back and learn and then come back stronger. But I did like what he's got there. He's got something, that pace is something, isn't it? Like it's really noticeable when he takes off that the rest of them have got the pace of a Renault Espace because he's perfect, isn't he?
Well, he actually showed it. I think last week we were doing the show, and I mean, the attributes about him that we were all hearing were around his pace and his run and his carry, but we hadn't really seen it. But in this game, he was able to showcase it a bit, maybe because of the opposition, maybe because of the way the game was played out. It was it was pretty bruise free for the most part, but he still looked comfortable to express. And I think he got the 1 year deal last week. He got the announcement that came through. So yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind seeing him get a year.
We like William. Good little player.
Yeah. He's a good lad. 6.1. That's a career high. Very good.
It is.
Then there's Saad. Finally, it was different this week. Again.
Yeah, and you know, this was really fascinating because they kind of deployed Cowan in more of the let's protect Saad role, which is the most logical thing to do. In an ideal world, you don't want Saad defending, you want Saad flourishing, you want Saad playing football. And I know Australians hate the term, and I'm a POM. I fucking hate the term, but you're going to have to bear with it. It's now in old sport. But almost the quarterback role is perfect for Adam Saad. That just being on the outlet, just getting the game going. A big area of concern for mine at the minute is we rank bottom in the league. We are the worst side from transitioning with halfbacks. So halfbacks having the ball and getting it inside 50. That genuinely comes from our midfield who slot back there. This week it was really strong because Saad can turn the game in a sixpence. And it's going to be interesting how they do that because I saw Tatum. I agree with him. I think Wilson's prime for this role because he's basically Saad 7-8 years ago. The issue I've got with Adam Saad is this was against a team that put about as much forward pressure on as the French did when they built the Menagina line. Like, do you know what I mean? They built it up to Belgium so you could just walk past it. Same with Saad, right? It works against idiots. Can this work against a good forward press? Because this season we haven't seen it as of yet. No. So I'm hoping off-season he gets fresh, he takes the game on. But that's what Saad needs to do every week. Like, if Saad's in my team, he's taking the game on. He's not defending.
Who would come out of this back line if Newman's put into the back line?
I mean, I agree with Tatum there. Saad and Gov, who are probably the best 23 under Voss. He's always played Mitch McGovern until he's had the contract issues. Definitely would prefer Cowan to be the Mitch. And Wilson, I think, is the Saad. I've always liked, me and Tatum have talked about this a lot. I've always liked the idea as well of Newman swinging there and then swinging Jagger there at halfback. So the one thing Jagger needs to massively improve is his penetration with the ball in hand. He's not very penetrating. He's more of an accumulator. Yeah. So that's a great method. They did it with Nick Dacos, who Nick Dacos had a tendency to go short when he could go long. Fascinating, because this is a role that you could get a child to play.
Yeah.
It's not a tough position because you're not defending.
So he has played 21 games this year. He's been at the club for 5 seasons. 4 of those 5 seasons, he's played 21 games or more. The only one he dipped under was last year where he played 18. So he's been one of the more available and reliable guys on that front. Yeah, I feel like there's
I love Sardi. Like, I just feel that everyone talks about our small forwards, but I think Carlton adds some pace and some dynamicness to that back line, that dynamism. The big core word at the minute. I just feel everything falls into place a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's what the good sides do. They move it quickly from the back half of the ground.
Yeah. He can be a part of that. I just feel like we need to find some reinvigoration for him.
Yeah. I love Sardi, and it was a good game this week. So I feel like bad we're talking about it, but this is like, in my opinion, this is what I expect from Saad every week. Because he's 30 years old and over. This should be like eyes closed. This is what I do.
Yeah. Well, he finishes off with a 7.2. Then we get to Ollie, who was back to being Ollie.
Yeah, so, I mean, Carlton tried a few little things this week, and one with Ollie, we've seen it over the last 3 weeks with Ollie. They've started to not so much put him on the wing, but because Carlton have got an obsession with playing a defensive-sided winger, let him overlap. And that's probably where his strength is. Still some little areas that I want Ollie to work on after he's sorted his golf game out. I hope he's working on these next fundamentals. The big thing for Ollie is really getting the game going, taking the game on, playing the give and go, demanding that give and go back, getting some meterage as well. Just get rid of the fucking thing. At times, I feel like he wants to play with it.
Yeah.
And you can see he's got halfback wing mentality. The halfback who will play them short little chips nowadays. The wingers getting the game going. There's something there with Ollie. My disappointment with Ollie is I would be incredibly disappointed when we drafted him if this was the output. If you told me at the time this would be the output by now, I would probably be disappointed. I mean, in all honesty, because I think he is fantastic as a winger. I'm still not convinced halfback flank is the way to go. But that being said, credit to him, he's playing out of position and he's worked his tits off all game.
Yeah.
All year.
Yeah. Well, he finishes the year with 23 games. He played 23 games last year and then 19 in his first season. So 65, I think, out of a possible 69 or 70, something like that. So it's now time for him to take it up one notch again. He's in that real sweet spot now. A couple of preseasons under his belt, some more strength through the body. His running power's always been there.
Yeah, look. When you're running 15Ks a game, like, this is not a knock on Ollie. I don't think anyone in the world is a bigger Ollie Hollands fan than me. I loved him in the draft. Definitely, I want to see him on that wing. I want to see him control that wing. That's where I see his future. It's just a little tinkering at the minute. It's just a little tinkering. But when you're running 15Ks a game, that would allude to me that you're going to be heavily involved. And at times I feel like sometimes the output ruins everything else for me. I don't believe in praising effort. I expect effort.
Yeah.
It's just that execution. If you can get that execution, he's going to be such a good footballer.
Yeah. Well, finishes up with a 6.3. Then we get to Matt Carroll, who was on that other side.
Hola, Nick Newman 2.0. I really like Matt Carroll. And I'll keep saying this till the cows come home. This time last year, this guy was told, look, mate, it's not you, it's us. We're looking for other people. You can see other people. If you want to come and train and we can't find anyone better than you, you've got a gig here, but ring around the other 17 clubs, maybe ring the VFL club, see if you can get a gig. Don't call us, we'll call you. And what did the kid do? Right? He worked hard, came back year later. For mine, he's in the best 23 round one. Like next already year. Now.
Yeah, right.
Like I think this is one of the guys that's going to have to be usurped by someone. And I love the development of what I've seen. I love the fact he's physical. I think that's the biggest issue for mine. The best small forwards in this league are dickheads. I think people forget that. The best small forwards in this league are complete wank shafts. That seems to be a prerequisite. Do you want to play small forward? Are you a tit? Yes. Okay, you'll be a good one. And he gives it back, and I really like that. There was a couple of moments with Jade Gresham, who is probably one of the biggest arseholes in the football world, Guelphy. And you know what? He's standing up to them. He's getting in their face. He's not being intimidated. And you know, one thing that goes a long way with me is when a goal goes in, he looks fucking angry. He takes it personally. There's no head down. Oh, no. It's almost like Matt Carroll goes into a game and goes, I am going to have no goals. We're going to keep them to 0. His mindset is in the right way. Things that I'd like to see. Great questions, Hewson. I want to see him kind of express himself, because I think at the minute everyone's wanking off his ability to defend, but people also forget that this guy is a proper playmaker down the back. At Sandy, he had his moments of just playmaking. I'd like to see him get some more ball, and this is going to be really interesting because the role I've got him earmarked for is Ollie Hollands is currently that kind of role. because he's got speed, he's got vision, and that's probably the big difference between him and Ollie Hollands. He's got that vision. So I'd love to see him play that more attacking role, that overlapping role, because he takes the game on and he reads it well.
Yeah. One of the few positives. I mean, the positives I think this year will be mostly from the kids that have shown that they can handle the level. And I think he'd be right up there. One of the better handful that we've actually seen this year. So I like the thing I like about him the most, he's fearless. He's completely fearless. I mean, he's made mistakes, and usually it can get into a player's head, especially when they're young. He just gets on with it.
I mean, if you go back and watch the replay, there's a few passages of play with him and Matt Guelphy off the ball. And I don't know what Guelphy said, but it pans to Guelphy's face. And Guelphy's got a bit of fire in his eyes. We know he's a lippy twat. You've only got to ask the bouncers down at famous nightclubs. He's got a mouth on him as Guelph. And for some reason, Carroll's giggling. And what you can actually see, it's wound Guelphy up. I don't know what was said, but Carroll's done the old laugh in your face. Like, yeah, good one, pal. And I'm like, that's what we need. We need a bit more of that. A little bit of, we don't have to try and sell breakfast cereal all the time. I'd like some of the players to sell sex toys. And he feels like that's what he is. He's not doing Disney adverts. He's doing proper after 9 o'clock adverts. That's what I want. And I like Carroll. He's got a bit of tit in him.
Yeah, we love it. Tit abroad, 6.4. Moving along. Lucas Camporeale, who came on, and he was the sub.
Yeah, Lucas. You know what is nice about Lucas is to see him the last couple of weeks in the VFL, and then to see him in the seniors play the role that he was drafted for, which is screaming at Carlton in the face. You like to play a winner. You like to play them defensive side. They end up 9 times out of 10 at halfback. That is where Lucas Camporeale is. And I really did enjoy that this was the game. This is his game as he grows, and you've got to give him that chance. Is he ready for AFL football yet? Hard to say because we haven't really seen him enough, but there is something there. And I think the issue I've got with when we play this role is they're anonymous, but he gets in the way. He finds ways. He's always out on space. He's always out on the overlap. And thank Christ someone played this role and actually kicked. So this role here, when you're playing that defensive side, the most important stat is how far do you get the ball away from goal? We're not looking at anything else, but at times you're going to be under the shit. And I thought he did that well. So I really want to see this be the way forward from him. There is a role in this football club because he's hardworking, he's industrious. And if you remember the draft previews, I was more confident of this guy than Ben.
You were.
The reason is he's got AFL written all over him. He's got AFL written all over him because he just maximizes his potential. So I really do like Lucas. It was a tough game, bad time to come on, but I thought he showed enough for me that this is the role that he's capable of long term.
Yeah. So we got the 4, keeping in mind he was the sub. Then we go to, is it safe to say that he will definitely win the best and fairest for the club?
I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if it's not him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's Carlton Football Club. Lachie Plowman finished 3rd once. So, and everyone hated him. So, do you know what I mean? Like, you never know. But George, what can I say about George? I actually think his last 4 weeks have probably been more impressive than any other period of George, because I think the big question we've got is how do you play Cripps and Hewett in the same midfield? How do you play Cripps, Hewett and Cherra in the same midfield? I think Cherra's got a problem at the minute. If I was Cherra, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Because I think Hewett's shown that he can not only defend, but he can also find a way to impact on the offensive chart. Really liked his game. He's just a jack of all trades. He's strong defensively. He's added huge layers. I mean, you've got to remember he's an old man. In football caveats, he's an old man. And his attacking numbers are up there. You know what? If you look at him throughout the season as well, his attacking numbers comparable to players like Dacos and Callahan. That's crazy. George fucking Hewett. Now, let's be honest, it's George Hewett. He has no right to have the same be called that in a sentence of them type of players, but he has added it. He's added it. I really do like this. I think there's a problem for some of them midfielders because I think he's probably surpassed where most people expected him to be.
Well, do you know what he did that I don't think many of the players do?
What was that?
He doesn't have Instagram.
Mate, he doesn't know what fucking TikTok is. So that's probably a winner.
Hey, he's just there to make babies and win football.
And amen. He plays like a man that cares, and you can see he prides himself on the job. I like George. There's something about him. I never forget having dinner with Dom at one of the functions when we used to sponsor him, and Dom saying that like he says less than 10 words in a meeting.
Yeah.
And you can see why, can't you? You can see he just sits there, he writes his notes, he fucks off.
Wordy.
And I like that. We need
Spot
more
on.
of that.
He's there to play footy and feed his family.
Yeah, you know what I say about content creators? That's what George Hewett mirrors. Just drop your shitty little opinion. Fuck off.
And fuck off. Hit post, hit upload, and leave.
And George is a man after my own heart. He drops his content, he fucks off home to the people he loves, and comes back next time.
So played every game this year, 1 of 6. Played 22 last year, 22 the year before. Played 15 in his first year with us. So another one that sits in the available and reliable basket. So yeah, fantastic.
You know what? You can always trust a man as well that smiles the same for every photo. You will struggle to find a photo uploaded of George Hewett when he smiles that you couldn't just copy and paste the same face. That's impressive work. That's a man who doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. 8.5. That's what George gets. It was fantastic. Then we get to Sam Walsh. This was a really interesting story of the night.
Last week, Voss teetered with changing his role back to that more defensive side. Did roll, but he resisted this week. And you know what? I actually, call me crazy. I watched this game back because I remember saying it in the live. I was surprised he was substituted. The only reason that I thought he was substituted was maybe it was to manage his minutes, but I thought he was close to best on in the first half and went back and watched it and definitely was. This is two things we found, and this is one of them. Sam Walsh, he doesn't have to defend. Doesn't have to track back. No. Let him just play football. He's got Cripps and Hewett. They're both big enough and ugly enough to carry the load of Sam putting his hands on his hips, waiting for the ball to come back. Real strong running power. That two-way running is good. I love his attitude recently. He's playing like a man who gives a shit. And finally, this is where when we drafted him, this is what I expected him to do for the rest of his life. And then we had like a 4-year dark patch where we turned him into Cripps. This is what he does. Just let him play football. No defending. Don't want to see him running after people. I want to see him on the end of the hard work. And looking forward to seeing a preseason. And this guy, mark my words, this guy will play 20 games next year. Over. Yeah.
And win a Brownlow.
Big call. Sam Walsh will win the Brownlow in 2026.
Clip it. Someone. Clip it.
Hey, look. Promise you Colonel would go back to back. Walsh loading. Enjoy it.
Did you see his comments maybe a day or two after the game?
Yeah.
Do you take stock?
I don't know what Walsh is on about recently, but Walsh is trying for me to fall in love with him because everything he said the last 6 weeks has just got my dick hard.
Mate, there's something's changed. I don't want to get, I'm like something has changed, not just with him, with a couple of them, but with him in particular. He's not robotic Sam Walsh, deer in the headlights when the camera's on. Like, yep, just remember what they told me to say. He's got his own person. I'm starting to see personality a bit.
You know what? He turns me on. Like the whole I want to win here. I want to create habits with my teammates. I love playing with. That's where my mindset is at. I was like, oh, Sammy, this is who we want. We don't want. I feel like sometimes I think when we recruit players and when we give them kudos, we give kudos for stupid shit, heart and soul, trying. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Life is about being a maverick. Life is about doing the exceptional. And Sam Walsh is one of maybe 3 players on our list that doesn't need to follow a script. He can just change the game. Let Sam Walsh be the maverick because he's good, very good. So I enjoyed Sam Walsh's last couple of weeks, and I'm enjoying how he speaks, and long may it continue because it's no drivel. That wins you flags, that temperament.
You know, I actually remember the video that I was talking about. He did an interview. I'm going to say it was pre-season this year. He came in.
I remember us talking about it because he was like, I'm Sam Walsh. I really like football.
Yeah, he's like, oh, do you want to be captain? He's like, oh, yeah. Like, he just didn't speak about it as clearly. Like, he was almost a bit polite with it.
I've got to say, this week, I remember being real fortunate when Sam Walsh's sponsor wasn't at the event, and we got to sit with Sam and Weitering and Dom. One thing that was amazing is when you talk to Sam, he's like a child. He fucking loves football. Like almost scarily loves it. But it was, I watched it when his eyes would light up talking about football, talking about the greats of today's game and how exciting it is to play with them and play against them. I'm starting to see that fire in the eye, that not envy, that more like I'm taking these fuckers out. My name belongs there. He's a special footballer.
No, for sure. I mean, I think this year was, if you talk about his draft class, right? So I think it's fair to say this year was the Bailey Smith year in the sense of, he is that good. He believes he's that good. He's in, he's watched all of them play. He's done his injury at the City's time out. Connor Rosier's gone on to become captain. Butters is a star. Walsh, he had a down year and he played 14 games. That's the reality. His back's flared up the last couple of years. It's been an issue. So he internally, I can't imagine he wouldn't say to himself, I'm better than absolutely every one of these fuckers. And he's got to get back up there now.
He's got an advantage over a lot of them. The guy can run twice as far as everyone else.
Right.
Gives you an advantage that you can maintain that pace. You look at his GPS data, he maintains that pace with that distance running for all the game, right? So when you're looking at Sam Walsh in isolation this year, right, on recent form, so this is the last 5 games played, right? He has the same score involvements as Lachie Neal. He has the same chance creation as Finn Callaghan. This guy is, when people say we need our Nick Dacos, we need our Finn Callaghan, Walsh is him. The problem is they don't let him do it, but we're seeing it now. You're seeing it now. No defense is good. No defense. Carlton and the media around Carlton is fascinating because you hear phrases that piss me off, like, oh, Carlton's midfield needs to be tougher. You never hear that about Brisbane. You never hear that about Collingwood. It's used as like, I want Carlton's midfield to be softer. I want Carlton's midfield to skirt the fucking contest once in a while. Sam Walsh, genuinely speaking, you put Sam Walsh in Collingwood, he's taking the piss. You put Sam Walsh in GWS, he's taking the piss. And I'll tell you one thing he's doing. Doesn't know what the D50 is. He thinks it's a nightclub in fucking Sydney. That's what he'd think. That's what we've got to do. Let Sam Walsh roam, play football.
Yeah. 6.9. What do you think is a fair and reasonable and responsible? I might start adding that word into this discussion. What is a fair and reasonable and responsible contract offer from the club to Sam Walsh, in your view?
So Sammy Dub. You know what I'd do? Right? Sam Walsh. How old is he? He's 25, isn't he? So 26 this time next year. I would give him 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right. At 1.8, I would go crazy, lock him away, right, which would tide him over to unrestricted free agent because he'd been there more than 8 years, so he could just walk as a show of faith and go, mate, you commit to us for 4 years. We will be where you want, but we have a responsibility to each other that you can fuck off. 4 years from now, you can fuck off. No questions asked. We won't stand in your way. But you're my main man. You're the main man. So we got 2 million to play. Presumably, looking at the lowest estimate was 1.1, which was John Ralph. So genuinely he lies. But if that's the lowest estimate he's had, that's still quite high. I'd say give him the pay rise. Say the club is built around you. The club is built around you. You're him.
Do you say 1.8?
Yeah.
Per year?
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Wow.
Build it around him. You've got 2 million free, which then makes you play around, doesn't it? Play around. Like, play around. 4 years, I think, is huge. Because if you start fucking about with long-term deals, you've got a problem. You've got a problem. If it's a long-term deal and if it's like I've heard people say 8 years, take him to 32. Take him to the peak age of his ability, which will be just turning 30.
Yeah.
Pay the money. He's going to be the main man. Stop this nonsense. We need an A-grade elite runner. He is him. But also put the pressure on you. End of that tenure, you can fuck off in the peak of your powers. Nothing we can do. You can walk. So you put the pressure on the fucking list that your main man will fuck off if you don't get your act together.
Hey, mate, stand by your man.
Well, that's what and if I was a list manager, that's what I do. A lot of my people, a lot of my contracts would be fuck myself. Put the pressure on the list. Sam Walsh, in 4 years' time, can walk to Geelong, do what he wants. You want him to stay, match his fucking output.
Yeah. All right.
Because, yeah, so.
I love it. Wow.
I love it.
That's a 6.9. Then we get to the captain, Patrick Cripps.
I am really confused at what Voss is trying to do with Cripps at the minute, but I'm all for it. I think Cripps is showing his versatility, and I don't think the media are picking up on it. Patrick Cripps has seemed to have changed his role every week since the bye for the football club. And fair play to him because he's an animal. I would love to, I feel like Carlton are missing a trick that we could cheat. And we could create that third tall in this gentleman. Because I've liked it when he slid forward. This week, we didn't see it. But what I really do enjoy this week was the physicality of Cripps. There was a little bit of physicality. Put a lot of pressure early doors on their midfield, which was a young, temperamental midfield. I really enjoyed that from Cripps because I felt like that put them offside. No Sam Durham there, no soppy bollocks. It worried them a little bit because Cripps was ragdolling them. He broke their back. The rest of them ran over the corpse. I would love to see, I agree with Gav, slide him forward a little bit. Let him roam because I think that then opens up an extra midfield rotation. I really do like Cripps when he goes forward.
So I thought we were starting to get this early in the year from memory. I mean, obviously Walsh was playing, Chera was playing, Elijah may have been playing. I remember we were talking about it early in the season where he was sort of taking his man forward. It was almost, the keys had been given to Hewett and Chera, so to speak. Maybe we were trying to do it and we just couldn't because we started losing bodies and, you add Jagger, you get Walsh back in that team consistently, you get Chera. Maybe we can go back to it.
Yeah, I agree with Ollie Carlton as well. Yeah, like Bedford, we saw what happened.
Yeah.
Carlton have negated that with the tag with Cripps. I just think the uncanny thing, like when if I was coaching this football club, I would be saying to Cripps, I want Cripps to spend all pre-season with a forward kicking coach Because how many times does the ball gravitate to him when he's at half forward? It's uncanny.
Yeah.
And I just think that unlocks another area of Carlton that it allows you to play Cripps and Hewett. And then if you're under the shit, they're dragging the ball out. But if you start getting dicks out territory like it was against Port, you can just throw the fucker forward and say, have a bit of fun, mate. Have a bit of fun. Do what you want. Play football.
7.5.
I will say this, right? People, the other day, the difference between this guy and Marcus Bontempelli is Marcus Bontempelli goes forward and has fun.
Yeah.
But I am telling you right now, I watched Bontempelli in the fourth quarter against Fremantle pretty much dragging people over the line. Pretty much trying everything he can. Cripps has got that aura. Cripps has got that ability. Cripps has got that feeling where you saw Fremantle's midfield. Go back and watch that game in the fourth quarter. For all the talent in the world, they shit themselves when Bont started playing football. Like, you could see it. Like, Caleb Sarong's like, fuck, I wish I hugged my mum one more time this morning. Brayshaw was like, fuck, I wish I still had the helmet on. Right? They were shitting themselves. Cripps does that to the midfield. You saw Cripps in that first quarter when he was being dominant. He does it all the time. So Cripps is vital. I've heard people saying, oh, I'd trade him for a first. Would you? Like, I love Cripper. The only reason Cripps would get traded for a first, I believe, is because Cripps has said, look, I'm sick of it. While he wants to be here, this guy is very important. And I think there is a role where you can slide him forward and then do what you do with Dunkley. Look at Dunkley at Brisbane. When they need someone to smack someone's head in, Dunkley goes back on the ball and he breaks heads. Then he rests. I think that's the future of Cripps. Let him be that bull in 10, 15-minute spurts when you make a lightweight midfield. So I'm talking Jagger, Elijah, Walsh. Cripps is the head smasher. Cripps comes in and goes, you free fucking idiots, get free. I'll take these bastards on myself. Because he's a special player. Special player.
Do you know he's played every game for the last 3 seasons?
Yeah, and the fucker can hardly walk.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what turns me on? A lot of people saying get Cripps, sack him as the captain.
Yeah.
If Cripps wants to hand it over, 200%. I think right now how Walsh has spoken the last 2 weeks, finally this fucker actually has a leader, not just in voice, but in action. Because I think Weitering is the perfect vice. I think what Cripps lacks is another guy who says, you know what, I'll grab the game by the balls. And if Walsh keeps being the man of his word, I won't hand it over just yet. I think Cripps deserves one crack at very least.
Yeah, I agree with that.
With Sammy, I'm now a man. I've got rid of me manga haircut. Walsh.
Yeah. Walsh is a footy player again with his hair. Telling you, man.
Yeah, like
apart.
I am looking forward to seeing Cripps to Walsh, to Jagger, back to Walsh.
Yeah.
Goal.
Vibes.
I need to see this fucker lift the urn. I honestly, before my time is done on this earth, I want to see my 2 captains, Bruno Fernandes and Patrick Cripps, lift the fucking premiership. I need to see it.
It's such a pipe dream, but God gets you going.
I need to see this fucker let out a roar on a podium. I need it.
Yeah. I don't want it. I need it.
I actually need it. Like, fuck everyone else. You know, when people go, oh, Mark Murphy, I wish he won it. Oh, Kate Simpson. Fuck them. I need this guy. This guy has single-handedly won us games, man. Yeah. Single-handedly.
Yeah. Fuck.
Single-handedly. Have to. Like, boys, if you're watching this fucker needs it. I need it. Like, I watched Bont, and you know what? The commentators were like, oh, he doesn't deserve this. I was like, fuck Bontempelli. He's got too many L's in his name. This dickhead needs it. Yeah. When's Bontempelli single-handedly beaten a Premiership side. This guy has. This guy has been hauling ass. Bonapelli's done it a couple of times. Cripps single-handedly gets fucking molested and still does it. One-man army.
A well-earned break.
Yeah. Marcus, if you're watching, save some consonants for the rest of us with our names as well. Fucking hell. How many letters have you got in there?
7.5 for Cripps. That was a big glaze. Oh, speaking of glaze, is only Carlton still around?
We are about to enter glaze levels that only Lily Phillips has seen. This is proper glaze town. You know what, right? Look at Jesse Motlop. Look at it. Proper midfield role. And you know what? There was a comment today that I saw, and it fucking annoyed me. Right? It was like, oh, Jesse Motlop still needs delisting. He did it against a shit side. And I'm like, fuck off. Just fuck off. Because he did it. He did it. You know what I love about Motlop is anyone with half his fucking masculinity would have quit. Literally would have quit. Because this guy has been playing some dog shit roles for this football club. I loved watching Motlop this week. Absolutely frothed it to my very core because he made himself available. He ran hard. He got on the wrong side of his midfielder all game. And what I love about fucking Motlop is, you know what? There is some weaknesses in his game, right? He's slower than my nan and she died fucking 10 years ago, right? He's got the distribution of North Korea. Every fucker's going hungry. But I'll tell you what, he keeps coming back for more. He keeps coming back for more. And you know what? I'm a firm believer. Put yourself in the right fucking situation. God will reward thee. He was rewarded this week. And thank Christ, an off-season, if this is the role, I'll judge him next year. Because no doubt, if this is the official Motlop role, he's going to get a pre-season where we haven't just made it up on the whim. Well done, Jesse. Enjoy your break. Nick, give him a 2-year deal. Come back fitter, stronger, kick fucking ass. Because I love Jesse. Love him.
It was good to see him get some reward. The week before, he was very unselfish. And when he took that moment on Thursday night and kicked the goal, I was praying for it to go in as it left his boot. I'm glad it did. Like, I know it wasn't a game of it. Like, no, it didn't matter. It did matter. It did matter for him because I think he played every game in a club where availability has been a big issue. He played every game and did everything he was asked to do. 23 games this year. When the big knock on him last year was, can you get your body right? Can you listen to your body? He kept re-injuring the hammy. Do you remember? It was the toe in the preseason, then the hammy, then the hammy, then the hammy. And so 7 games became 23, kicked 17 goals, 18. Interestingly enough, that's 35 scoring shots. In 2023, where he kicked his 24 goals, that year he kicked 24 goals, 7. So from 31 scoring shots. So he was inaccurate this year. Didn't take his opportunities at times. Also didn't play as a small forward for a lot of the year as well. So there's something there.
Facts. And look at the dickheads he's learned off. Yeah. I always look at this, right? When everyone always says great players, great small forwards, we definitely need a small forward. But who's Jesse Motlop learned after? The last 3 years, the most senior fucking forward was Matty Owis. Matty Owis doesn't know how to small forward himself. He plays to his strengths, right? So what's he passing on? He was playing basketball prior. And then you look at now, he is one of the oldest small forwards. Oh, he's got Orazio Fantasia, right? I mean, Orazio's named after a fucking Disney movie. So that's who he's learning off. Help Motlop out. I really hope this season Carlton go out and get an established small forward, someone who's 28, 29, been there, done it. Let him then educate the skill gaps that Jesse's got. But in this type of game where Jesse's playing to his strengths, he's okay. And I saw enough to say, let's have another 12 months. Give him the preseason. Do it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you mean like a Charlie Cameron?
Maybe.
Liam Ryan,
Maybe.
Charlie Cameron.
Maybe. Look, I don't care who it is. I genuinely couldn't give less of a shit who it is. I'll be totally honest. I just feel like he needs that help. He just
Oh my God. He needs Bobby. Oh my God, bring Bobby. It's Bobby abroad. Bring Bobby. Bring him across, We'll look after him, whatever's going on.
Just to confirm as well, Eddie Betts and him, their careers never coincided.
True. That's right.
Betts retired 2021.
Mm-hmm.
He came 2022 draft. Well, that draft the year he retired. So he debuted in 2022.
Tatum, you know what? I can get around this. Maybe he doesn't need to be like anyone. Just be Jesse. Of course. It's a good point.
Yeah. So you've got to think of it this way. I just think he needs that little bit of just the guidance, because the skills are there. Like that comment as well is the best from you, Tatum, because it fucking annoys me when people are like, play like this. The best small forwards in this league are the same as the best midfielders, the best ruckmen. They play to their strengths, not someone else's. So what are Motlop's strength? I think he's got incredible, great spatial awareness. He manages to find where he needs to be. The issue he's got is when he's there, times he has brain fades. He turns left when he should go right. He goes right when he goes left. At times, he doesn't anticipate when he needs to take off. He runs in a straight line too much. But give this guy a sniff of the goals, he has a shot. And that fucks me off, because some of our players are fucking piss takers when they don't have shots. Fogarty, don't know what Fogarty thinks, but Foggy thinks if he has a shot, fucking a plane crashes in Sudan or something. So fascinating. Jesse's got them skills. So give him the right guidance. He could unlock something. And I do like the fact he's in and around the ball, because he stays active. So it's going to be fascinating what we do with him. But
all right. He also got a 6.9 for his game. So was he graded as a mid?
He was, yeah. So that's the highest score he's had in the midfield by 2.9.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Oh, Jesse, run it down the way.
All right. Zac Williams, he finished off his season strongly, I would say. Second half of the year.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I really, really enjoy a bit of Zac Williams. I really do. So this is really fascinating here, because one thing I'll give Vossi over the last 4 or 5 weeks, we've really started to add some actual points of difference in the midfield. Vossi has, I'll give him credit, where I've been mean to Voss is sometimes he just does the same fucking thing and hopes something magical happens. He is actually trying to add these points of difference in the midfield. Has it worked? Sometimes it has, sometimes. But there's definitely going to be a teething process, because what you're asking Voss to do is, it's like anyone over the age of 50 watches soccer and they cry because players fall down and go over and trip over. And when you're my age, you're like, it's part of the game, simulation. That's why you do it, because free kicks, corners, they're so good at it. 30 years ago, people couldn't hit a cow's ass with a banjo. Now everyone can. So it makes sense. Same with Voss. He's got to change this archaic, we'll just slug through you to try and catch up. And we're 4 years behind. I do like what Zac Williams doing. I'm really pleased he stayed fit. Him and Jesse him and Walsh are so important, because their first instinct is to attack. It's not fuck about. Yep. And I really want to see where we are 5, 6, 7 weeks into next year with Williams, because I think Williams could be the small forward. I think he will be a small forward. I've got a feeling that Voss will favour Motlop over Williams when you've got Walsh and Jagger who have got pace. So I'm intrigued by that. But I really do like this, because he just dances around, and watching him, he's like Jagger. He's like Jagger. Jagger finds space. Jagger's got them dancing feet. So I do like it.
So Zac Williams, he played 19 games. Played 19 games last year, which was coming off the ACL injury. So if we just go, he's been here for 5 years. 14 games in his first year, 9 games in his second year. Then he had the bad calf injury, I think it was that year. Didn't play last year at all. Did the ACL in the preseason. Sorry, 2023. Last year, coming off that ACL interrupted year, played the 19, and he played 19 this year. Kicked 22 goals. Came back into this team. He was out after Geelong round 7, came back for Essendon, and I reckon since then he's been pretty solid. Pretty much from North Melbourne onwards, he's been an 18 possession and a goal a game average type player.
Yeah, when I look at our midfield on paper, when I take Sam Walsh up, so I go like mid-year.
Yep.
One thing that screams with the midfield is meh. Like, and I don't mean that nastily because they're good players. Cripps, brilliant. But I look at it and I think, who's the spark there? I know Cripps is going to go Cripps and fucking drag people on his back, but who's the spark? One thing that makes me happy about Williams is he's got a bit of spark. He's trying to change the game, and his limitations are his limitations. There's a reason he didn't break into the midfield at GWS. But for now, for the large parts of the season, he was the only midfielder when played on the ball that had anything other than crack someone's skull into. So that's where we are. And I agree with Tatum. Voss knows where we are, knows the problems. Big problem is our movement off halfback. It's not quick enough. And another one is winning all this contested ball and doing sweet Fanny Adams with it.
Go on, Pommy.
Oh, he's got so much X factor, it fucking hurts, man. You know what I mean?
Hang on, you're on mute. Oh, no.
Oh, I'll tell you what, they tried to edit me, but the glaze goes on, my friend. Yeah, honestly, there's that much X factor.
Hello.
Yes, toast it.
Sorry, I had to.
I love him. I like Z.
6.3 for Zac. Then we get to Blake Acres, a negative AFL rating.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay, well, we were high. Back to life. That's
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
So I want to be incredibly harsh on Blake because why I'm going to be harsh is where Blake is. He's the standard. He has to be the standard on the wing. So he played that defensive wing role and then he played the attacking wing. What annoys me is look at the uncontested possessions. Nearly 2-3 times the AFL average for this position. I didn't fucking notice him.
Yeah.
And that kills me because you put the ball in the hands, and let's talk wingers. You put the ball in the hands that many times on Errol Goulden, GG's. Sam Davidson, even. You give the ball. He did it to us, Sam Davidson. We talked about it, having over 20 uncontested possessions. Bloke systematically tore us apart. This is the thing with Blake. He's the standard. And now we've got to look towards, can we make this role more explosive? Because at the minute, it's just meh.
Yeah, it is.
It's like an Adams, it's like a Jim Carrey movie, is the way I'd describe Blake Acres. If you're really honest, all of his roles are the same. It's just another version of fucking Ace Ventura.
Is this one of those, we either go to marriage counseling or we get a divorce?
Oh, is he? Look, I'm happy with him on the list. It depends how much he's valued. Depends how much his contract is. But I'm happy. Let's just presume, I hope to Christ, it's minimum chips. Like it's 400. I hope.
Come on, bro. 650 large. You got the statue, man. Come on, man.
But Terry, I know this football club. It's probably fucking like 1.8 million and stock options. But what it's got to. This is got to be the standard. I'd be so happy to have him on the list.
Yeah.
But my argument's sake is if I take that Melbourne game out of it, and then I actually look at his 2023, it's good, but that should be where it is all the time. That's where it should be as a winger, because this role is so important in today's football. So I know everyone complains about our small forwards, but our ability to transition is good. It's the speed it transitions. It's irrelevant. So, like, when you look at Carlton, when Dan Hoyne, because he only tells you half a stat, we are one of the number one sides in the league, half back to forward, moving the ball, right? That's fantastic, right? Ball speed, top 5, right? Problem is, though, when we get it on the wing, nothing happens once it gets there because it's so archaic. And Akers shits me because when he goes long, he should go short. When he goes short, he should go long. He's got to be better. And I look at this and I'm like, honestly, is he Jack Nooms? No, he's not. I miss Noomsy. Bring me Noomsy back.
5.4 for Blake. That's really interesting to see his rating there.
And yeah, and AFL rating really hated it. Like Pommy rating didn't hate it as much.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad. Flynn Young, we finally, well, we've seen maybe last week was the teaser, but he definitely backed it up, and we started to see a bit more of what we actually drafted.
I am not 100% convinced at times that Flynn Young is a perma winger. That's my big reservation with this. I am not convinced defensively he could do it all game.
Right.
But I am convinced playing this attacking wing is his wing. So this would require Carlton to really look at that left-hand side if you're going to play him there and have a defense. Play the lockdown behind him. But what I love about it, just under 15 kilometers ran, all of it at pace as well. One of the most sprints in the game. So that is fantastic. Love the fact that he got the ball moving forward. He uses the ball incredibly well as well. And I like the fact that a lot of these marks are uncontested. He's worked himself out into space. I like the fact as well he's not scared to have a ping. Now, Chat and Terry, this is the highest rated wing game, right? Since when?
For Carlton? Yes?
Yeah, from us.
Highest rated wing game since...
think which winger.
Simo? When he was a winger?
No. But you're on the right path. I thought this exercise would take me 10 minutes, but I had to go back in time.
Back in time. Are we talking like the 2010s?
You're not back in time that much. So regular season game.
Yep.
We just count finals because finals give you anomalies. So regular season game. So think. I'll give you a clue. It's post 2020, so it's not that far.
Post 2020. Craig Bradley. Who's been our winger? Lachie O'Brien? Did he ever have a good winger game? No.
Well, he did because he must have done because we were asked to do a video of him and Andrew Gaff, so he must have had a good one.
Doherty? Setterfield?
Give you a clue. Greatest winger we've ever had. Put some respect on his name. Yes, Jack Nooms. You would have to go back to round 19, Marvel Stadium, the 24th of July, 1:45 Australian Eastern Time, in the 116-77 defeat to North Melbourne, where our boy Jackie Nooms had 2 goals, 20 touches, ran just under 15 kilometers, executed defensively and offensively. So that's how bad we are at picking wingers.
Why can't we get like a zippy gun winger? Like, you know what I mean? Like a zippy change direction. Like, where's that at?
Yeah, I mean, the problem you've got with the wing, right? And I'll be honest, the problem you've got with the wing with Carlton is the way it's the same as our small forwards. The way they're utilised works against good football But one thing I like about Fling is he's very direct. And this is where it actually worries me. Really worries me watching Flynn Young. Because he's not a natural winger. He's a high half forward. But he gets it. He goes for it. He attacks the game. He takes it on. When he has the ball, he does something with it. And watching this game, it's genuinely scary that Flynn Young was more of a modern day winger than Blake Acres. So I'm happy for this to continue. I've got hope that Lucas and Ben Camporeale will eventually step up. If you're going to use a rotation, you've got Matty Carroll to come back, who is naturally very, very aggressive. But I do like this Flynn. You know, this game, it grew on me. I like it. I like it.
7.8. So just to confirm, it's the highest rated game for a Carlton winger since Jack Noons.
Yeah, put some respect. Look, Bugsbell giving Jack Noons shit.
Yeah.
Tell you what, winger should always do his job. Jack Noons. Remember when we signed Acres? Go back and watch my video.
Yep.
I did with Terry. I said I don't see it as much of an upgrade on Jack Noons. And aside from that final, I don't think it's much of a massive upgrade.
Damn. All right. Speaking of wingers, there's a new guy here, Nick Haynes.
And here we are. So we've had a real good comparison of why Blake Acres plays, right? Because of his ability to mark in the air. The new meta of AFL is have a fucking giant winger. I don't know who came up with it. It needs to stop because it actually makes my eyes hurt. But this is what's really interesting when you watch Nicky Haynes play football. He stands out when he's playing the wing role.
Yeah.
Well, he stands out because he does them marks, but invariably he keeps ball retention. That's really important. Being able to hit targets, making it just time and time, keep possession, allow the game to get going forward, and also stopping any transition. So real strong from Nick Haynes. Is it a long-term thing? Absolutely not. I hope it's not. I want to see him back in that intercept position down back, but it just shows if that Blake Acres has got to be above Nick Haynes. Has to be above Flynn Young if he's playing that attacking. It's really, really strong. Really strong signs from Nick Haynes because he hasn't played. I don't think he's played defensive wing since 2019 for GWS. It was a long time ago when he was a baby, and he's back doing it.
Voss did say that he was playing him here so we could give a kid an opportunity who I'm assuming is Billy Wilson.
Oh, 100%. But I just think, look, Carlton are going to lose some intercept threat next year with no Harry O'Farrell. So I want to see Nick Haynes back pocket teaching Harry Dean the dark arts.
Yeah.
The dark arts.
6.0 for Nick Haynes. Then we go to Tom de Koning, which was probably his last game for us. Like just awkward all round, really.
Has anyone in chat ever had that meal where you've broken up with someone mentally and you've gone, oh, fuck, I'm going to dump them after this. And they've done something nice. Like they've bought you something. Like I remember an ex of mine sourcing me a ping putter, right? A ping putter from 1970. Like I really wanted it. And I've had this meal with her. I didn't want to go for the meal, but I was like, I'm going to have to dump her. And then she's presented it to me. And I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'll have to fucking pie you off soon. That's what it felt like with Tom de Koning. I was watching this and I'm like, I've got to fucking dump him in a minute. How am I going to dump the bro?
You know, that's hilarious. I've actually done that before. It's like you go, you didn't expect her to cook. She cooks steak, and then you're like, oh fuck. And then she whips out the dessert, and you're like, oh, when's the right time? Oh, well, I'll wait till after the dessert. And then dessert's finished. You're like, oh, why don't we make a tea and sit on the couch and hang out? I'm like, oh, I guess we can wait one. Yeah. It's like he's waiting.
Do you know what I mean? That's what it felt like. It felt like, when's a good time? Like now she's telling me a dog's died. Well, what am I going to do?
It's like Dad's calling. He's so excited to meet you. Just
Do you know what I mean? Suddenly you're FaceTiming a brother who's coming over and you're like, what? Can't do this.
He's calling. He lives in Russia. He's teaching English.
So there we are. I'm glad everyone can relate. We've all done it.
No, because wouldn't the best time to do it would be the last time everyone at the club is in front of you? Like, they're all going to piss off now.
You know what? I agreed with Vossi here. The industry needs to grow up.
Yeah.
Like, when people were saying, like, oh, I don't want them though halfway through, right? Halfway through the season, because then it makes me upset and it makes me angry. Happens loads of times in the world of sport where someone says, look, we're going, and then you act like a mature grown-up and like, we're going to get as much out of you as possible. And then there'll come a point, usually round 18, round 19 of the season, where you start looking at the other options. But what I hate about Tom's game, and this is where I'm saying buyer beware with Tom de Koning, still the issue remains when Ruckman play his game style, he takes the piss.
Yeah.
When a Ruckman's intelligent and says, come on, let's play shitball, Tom's negated. The only annoying thing is the AFL want to change the rules to make ruck a leaping game.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like, Tom's good. Tom would be him in that game style. However, I will say, I also think that the other meta from that, when there's a rule change, usually we see a development. I think you'll start to see a lot more midfielders participate in that, because when you watch rucks go up against, invariably when you watch like Tim English go up against Luke Jackson, the ball just falls. And then it's a midfielder's game, and who has the smarter midfield craft wins. I think you might start seeing teams go that way as well. So it's going to be interesting. I agree that he's got the gift to jump, and fuck me, he presses the wrong button. It's like watching your son play FIFA. He presses the wrong button at the wrong time.
He presses square instead of circle.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, my kids, when we used to play 2-on-2 with FIFA, that used to be the complaint: squares crossed, you dickhead. And then
he's gone out with the keeper and he like lobs it over the crossbar.
And then Mrs. Pom's like, they're only 7. Nah, they will fucking learn to press the right button. But yeah, it was a tough game to watch this, because this is where the problem is, I think, with Tom. Yeah. This is my deficiency with him. I don't quite see him at that elite level yet. I think he's the point below.
Well, good luck to him. He gets a 5.3. Do you think the club...
not good luck to him. If he goes, fuck him. Couldn't give less of a shit.
Do you think the club has handled it with... I would say the club's handled the situation with class.
Look, I mean, at the end of the day, right, look, these things happen, and I'm not like everyone else. Like, I don't have this dream that they all stay together. I couldn't give less of a shit if only 5 of them are there when we win a flag. But I think we've done really well. I think we've done really well the way that we've handled it. I think we've actually been quite mature.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we could have been petulant. I think, though, once he goes, like, genuinely, fuck him.
Like, no, 100%.
Like I've heard Jake do a video the other day and say it's just salty Carlton supporters downplaying him.
Fuck off, Jake, you little wimp. I'll literally fucking snap his neck. I'm not copying anything like that from Jake tomorrow. I'm telling you now.
And genuinely, look, 1.8, 1.7, I mean, I did like the fact that Kaltoumi now has brought it down to 1.6. Bro, this salary change is more than fucking the price of bread at Coles. But you know what? Look, fair play to him if he goes, but you know what? Fuck him. Like, I don't want to hear... I really hope this time next year I don't hear the nonsense of, he's kicked 1 goal.
Like, we don't boo him.
Yeah. Fuck him, man. This is us versus them. I agree with Weitering. You either want to fucking be here or you don't. If you don't want to go here, toodle pip, mate. Fuck off. Take your fucking mum who keeps over talking my president out of the equation as well. Get fucked. But if you stay, well done, Tom. I love you, man.
Yeah, well done.
Top bloke. She grabbed beers.
Wait. Is there a reality where he actually still stays? Just need to go to Bali, go on the surf trip, and the reason why he played poorly was because he had the larynx issue and he played through it. But in the end, he just wants to stay. Just need to get out of the bubble for a bit and realize that he loves it here. Is that still on the cards?
Say it round like if he's staying, I don't understand why you're dragging the fuck out of it. To be honest,
true.
Like I thought Sam Walsh to me is the type of people I want here. A year early, get the contract in front of me. I'll fucking sign it. This is why I'm playing my football, right?
Yeah.
I'm always dubious when a player sniffs about, and that's the soccer in me. You know, like a big sport where there is actual real fans and real rivalry. I don't like it when I hear they're sniffing around because I'm like, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with us? Like, do you mean the grass might be greener? The fact you're even looking. Like, I'm sure my wife would go mental if I just slid into a girl's DM, right? And rightly so, because why the fuck am I looking around? I'm either happy or I'm not. So that worries me. I love the way she heard that from the other room. And suddenly she's like, you'd never see Mr. Pom again. Say like that. You know? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Genuinely, I don't like it. I feel like he's dragged it out way too much. Way too much. And it's the same with Jesus. That doesn't sit right with me, even if you were to stay. Because Weitering, he killed it quickly, didn't he? Mid-season. Yeah.
Knocked it off on his head. He did.
Like,
he did.
I'm willing for you to sit down and see the contract, then make the decision, though. Do you believe in us or not? If you don't believe in us, I couldn't give less of a shit. Like, enjoy watching them struggle to fill out half a block on fucking the Marvel, mate. Enjoy it. Like, enjoy, instead of having some banter, you've got Jake Vanilla, the fucking thing.
Oh, I'm telling you, he wouldn't want it. You know what? He'll try. I'll snap.
You know what? Worse, it annoys me because I 100% agree. They can seek free agency. I'm entitled to it. But you've had the offer for 3 months. What did Graham Wright say? 2 months?
Bro.
You know what they're offering. You know what we're offering. What decision? And you know the other one that fucks me off? Oh, think of his mental well-being. How fucking tough is it being offered double your wage? I wish that was the biggest stress in my life. Some cunt knocks on my door and says, I'll pay you double, mate. I wish that
come and play in front of less fans who are less passionate.
I'd love someone to knock on my door and say, Pom, tell you what, we'll fucking double your wage. And guess what? Expectation doesn't matter anymore because our content creators do celebration videos for finishing 12th.
And if you just re-sign for 2 years, we'll go to the SB and get blind on a Tuesday night.
The only wins we care about is proving Kane Corns wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like,
when we finished 12th.
Bottom 6. It's not bottom 4 though, is it?
Oh, fuck me.
Do you know what I mean? Like fuck me. Like, so yeah, look, if he stays,
anyway.
I love you, Tom. No, actually, fuck it. If he stays, I'll never fully trust him. Hey, I'll be totally honest with you. I'll never fully trust him because you have milked the tit out of this, mate.
Yeah, it's like he went to the SB, he started flirting, started getting a bit close, and just before the kiss happened, he pulled away. But it was the same.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'll say this. You know when people like say this, oh, he could just be delaying his decision. Think about how fucking horrible times were 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
If he really cared about the club and he already knew he was staying, there's the time. Give the vibes. Give the vibes.
Can we talk about a real footballer?
Yeah, go on.
All right. Francis Evans.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Oh, bro. Oh, my goodness.
From that wants fucking attention and be the center of the argument. A man that had rotten vegetables thrown at him, booed, hated, People used to say he was only getting games because he was Michael Voss's pet, even though they never saw each other at Port Adelaide because they weren't there. This guy's had aspersions cast on his character. He's been betrayed by his own. But you know what? When his own needed someone, Frankie Evans said, "I am." And when he came in, he fucking took the piss, didn't he? You know what? From this day forth, there's only one man who's allowed to bang Mrs. Pom, and it's no longer Charlie Kerner. I will thank this guy for giving me the time of day. This is a real fucking footballer. A real footballer. A real fucking man. A real man. This is what I want. Give me 23 Frankies.
My dad, I'm dead.
It's my dad. I wish he was my dad.
I wish he was my dad.
Okay, Dave. But
oh man.
But you know what? You know what's important to talk as we're glazing him, right? Is I think I don't believe in effort. Effort makes me sick when people say that. When we're talking about anyone over the age of 5, effort should not be non-negotiable. It should just be expected, right? Otherwise, fuck off. What I love about Frankie, though, is you think of what he's gone through this year and someone who's actually fucking improved when people didn't want him to improve, when people didn't give a shit about him. So Matt Carroll, no one gave a shit about Matt Carroll 12 months ago. It was like D-list, Nick Austin's an idiot, failed, kids shit. Francis Evans, 8 months ago, everyone was saying was shit. I wish we had Matt Owies back. Wish we had Liam McMahon stinking up the list. Francis Evans has plugged down, not only performed, but got better.
Yeah.
Has got better, has rode the wave. A guy that was delisted 6 months ago to a guy that will now be on the list next year. And it's commendable because he's a live wire.
Mate.
A live wire. Puts in. And you know what? He fucking cares, doesn't he? You can't tell me this football club isn't special because the way he was running around last week, he gave a shit. Gave a shit, Terry. He's one of us out there now.
He said today, I didn't really do the preseason. Probably took me a bit of time, but the boys and all the coaches were super, so I felt at home straight away. It took me a few more weeks than I would have liked to gel, but we got there. I mean, heaven forbid a guy just needs a bit of time. Mate,
look, quite simply, I'll say it now. We've never had a small forward as good as Francis Evans. We never will. We are living in the happy place now. This is utopia. This is the Garden of Eden of small forwards. Don't bite the apple, Eve. We've got him.
Did you know that Francis Evans can speak Braille?
Wouldn't surprise me. Look.
Did you know that
TDK wanting to go and fucking have beers with fucking Ross? You got this guy just wanting to win for us.
Mate, he can divide by 0, this guy.
Impressive.
8.7 for Francis Evans. I did not think we'd be talking about him in this way. I'm so happy we are. He has been single-handedly the shining light of the last couple of weeks.
You know what? I went back and looked, and only Eddie Betts, as far back as I went for stats, has only had multiple best-ons for Carlton.
Wow.
Name 2.
That's him. Francis Evans.
And that is him. He is him.
Frankie Cool. Alrighty. Let's talk about Corey Durdin and his game.
I hate doing this because he's your boy. I fucking genuinely hate Corey Durdin talking about him. And the way the AFL names the teams as well, invariably is after Evans. So cheers Voss as well, you dickhead. You know what? I'm going to be nice about him. One of the things I really enjoyed about Corey Durdin's game, and this is what's really annoying, when I watch our small forwards, it's like each of them does something that I would expect one normal human being to do, but it's like we've spread the load.
Yeah.
Like, crazy to watch. But I really like the fact that he got himself free and was easy to mark. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Sorry.
And with that ball, 5 score involvements is still underneath the AFL norm. But I like that he was part of that conduit. But then what annoys me about Corey is he did fuck all else. And we're going to come on to Will White in a minute as well. It's like you can't just do 25% of your job. Because Frankie Evans, we're sucking Francis Evans off. We're sucking from the Evans tit. And all he's doing really, if we're totally honest, just a small forward's job. Don't let halfbacks run out of the back line. When you see the goals, kick the fucking thing. And if there's someone in a better position than you, kick to him. Like, we're not talking about, like, you know, translating the Magna Carta. We're talking about playing small forward. Like, you don't get a degree in being a footballer because any idiot can do it if they're fit enough and have abs. Why can't we get 4 people just to do all 4 things?
Beats me.
Because elite, if a small forward had to take uncontested marks and be involved in scoring chains, elite.
Yeah. Well, 4.8 for Corey Durdin. And then there is Will White. Similar sentiment.
Yeah, it's like a half a game. And it really annoys me. Like, I can't tell you how annoying it is. So someone in chat earlier, I think it was Stewson, my mate, good day to you. He said, who would you rather have, Doveston or Motlop? Total different footballers, but I would have Doveston, Frankie Evans and Motlop. They would be the 3 that I would 1,000% keep.
Yeah. Fair.
Will White annoys me. And the reason Will White annoys me is there's a bit of Matt always about Will White at the minute where people like him. And he's a Carlton man. But he's been given God's gift at pace. He's got so much pace. I don't see him play to his strengths. And there's times where there was a few times the ball hit the deck this week because McKay wasn't in his best of form. And he's not using that pace. Like, attack the fucking ball. They can't keep up with you. And he's kind of like sat back going, oh, hopefully it'll fall here. But if it does fall here and they get it, I'll tackle them. Like, I want someone in that. They're too nice. Petra was nailed it. I need a bit of twat. I need a tattoo that you had when you were 14 and you had to get a tetanus shot with. I want someone to be selfish in that forward line and go, I'm taking this game on. Fuck everyone else. I'm the hero. And that's the next thing for Will White. I think Will White is the 3rd best small forward at our football club. And that's purely because of the skill set he's got. But in the off-season, if you get a chance, take this chance with 2 hands.
Yeah. 5.2. Then there's Ashton, who had his moments.
I really like this game, and I've been a bit of a hype merchant for Ashton. So I like Ashton. But what I love about Ashton is, fuck me, ignore what we've talked about with the last 2. Someone who actually gets it. Play to your strengths. Do what you want to do. You got there for some reason. Show me. And what were the reasons? Ashton works really hard, real intuitive, reads the play really well. But what we're starting to see from Ashton is something we haven't seen for a while. This selflessness, this ability to give it off. 2 goal assists this game. That was really strong. I love the fact as well that a medium-sized player can crumb better than everyone else on our list. It's scary to think that per game over the last 3 years, Charlie and Ashton are having more crumbs on average than our actual small forwards.
Man, I saw him pick up a ball off crumb a ball, like just it looked easy. I mean, he made it look like he did it with ease.
And there's the problem. Do the basics. Like the basics. You don't. He's a Swiss Army knife, and you know the sad thing is, I feel like Ashton Moir's been very disrespected by Carlton fans because every time Jack Martin plays, oh, I wish Jack was here. Fuck Jack and his shitty little golf swing. Got Ashton Moir.
Amen. 6.8. It's a massive preseason for him. If he can turn 9 games this year into 18 games next year, again, I know we're starting with the ifs again, but
I look at him, I look at Ashton, and all that my brain tells me is when Charlie's fit, Harry's fit, we can get some working relationship with them. Ashton's going to fucking thrive because that's where Martin did his best work when they were 4-5 teamed and Jack was just there. But Ashton's a lot more gifted than Jack Martin for raw tools. He's got a lot more about him than Jack. So I'm really excited about what Ashton can bring.
Yeah. 6.8. And then finally, Harry McKay. He was nowhere near as accurate in this game as what he was last week.
You know what, though? This is one of them games that I actually don't mind, right?
Okay.
I actually don't mind when he has this game because in an ideal world, we would have had another forward option. But I thought his marking, his work rate around the ground was exceptional. And you know, one thing that happened this week, and this is why I'm mean to Durdin and White in particular. It's the first time I've seen a full forward since Levi Casbolt clear out space behind you so the smalls can work in. So do you remember Matty Wright? We all bummed Matty Wright because he was really good. But let's be honest, Matty Wright was bang average. But why Matty Wright was good is because he had space to work into, which our small forwards don't have. All right? Don't have. He did that. So that is a good learning curve that we get a half-decent small forward, continue it. You've got Charlie there as well. That could be good. So I really enjoyed it. I thought he did his job, even though he didn't kick goals, and that is a big metric of being that type of player, let's be honest. I did really enjoy what he provided because there was so much space to work into. Ashton feasted on it. So did Francis. 3 of Francis's goals are because this guy cleared out 50. Terry, you'll know it in basketball. Effectively, what he did was isolated. He just created an ISO.
ISO, top of the key.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He just did that. And then Francis Evans was like, which dumb cunt am I taking out? And he took him out.
Yep. All right. 6.5.
You should have a
for
couple
Harry.
of slides up.
Oh, yep. Gotcha. All right. Then finally for the Blues, we've got Hudson O'Keefe.
One thing I'm really excited about for Charlie coming back is how Hudson and Harry have been working. And I really, really hope that me and Tatum are right. And it's Voss's intelligence. It's Voss's learning here. And Voss is trying something. Because traditionally, we see Voss give us 6 games at the back end of the year. That becomes the new norm. And I'm trying to look at what it is this year. And 2 that have really stood out is how the forwards are used. Right? Now, number 1, far better ruck player than TDK. Went up against, this is the 3rd week in a row, his one-on-one ruck time against their best ruckman, he's had a winning percentage. So that's good. Massive kudos, Matty Cruiser. See a lot of Cruiser in him. But what I'm loving is how these forwards work in independent lanes. So Harry was right of your screen as you look at it, top right. This guy more on the left. That is new because Carlton don't do that. Now, I'm hoping it's not because Hudson's shit in Voss's mind and gone, oh, we'll just try and keep you isolated. I hope that's Voss saying, when I play 2 keys, right-hand side of it is yours, left-hand side of it is yours, and in the middle we'll have Moir. We'll have Cripps floating in that middle area. So I'm really hoping that's what we do moving forward. But I really liked his game. I genuinely liked Hudson's game. Thought he's got a little bit here.
He was solid. He was.
Perfect second.
Yep. Happy days.
Hey, Harrison, how you doing, mate?
Hello, Mr. Cochran. Now, the team. Oh.
Look at that! We finally... there's more cream than a housewarming party at Bob Marley's.
Yeah. Took us into the last few weeks, but we saw some greens. I almost felt like I didn't know what it was going to look like. Damn.
Yeah, and you know what? That's livable. So, I mean, again, though, we're starting to see where some of the problems are, aren't we? So, remember what I say. If you get less than 7 at halfback flank, come again.
Yep.
So, there's a big area.
Okay.
Because all the top 10 teams in the league, they'll have 2 minimum 7 halfbacks. And definitely the small forwards.
Well,
But if you want some glaze and then you want some normality, what is positive is the structure, even though it's against 2 bobbing sides, is in the right purview of, dare I say it, modern day football.
okay. Do you think we'll be playing this many small forwards in the team next year?
Well, I mean, their output, you might as well fucking not bother and play me. And I'll just tell Gags on the touchline to cheer them up. I mean, I think in an ideal world, you know what I'd like to do? Like, I look at this and I try and think, what could you do? What could you advise Vossi? I'd maybe pie off Akers.
Yeah.
Just bring Newman back and go, right, Cowan, Haynes, Newman, you can all rotate that ring. Fuck it. We're stupid on the wing. Let's just manufacture it. And then we can maybe feed Lucas Camporeale into there because he's got the protection of having an extra lockdown defender. And then I think in the forward line, you just pie one of them off, bring Kerno. TDK's already pied off because he's fucking sipping spritzers with fucking Jake. And find a small, Terry. Find a small. Like, it can't be that hard. We should be able to find one.
Well, that's your job, not mine.
Oh, fucking put it all on me. It's your
Hey,
job,
man,
mate.
draft time. That's you.
No, look, I don't think it'll be Doveston because part of me now, because the one thing St Kilda had to do was beat GWS so they could finish us. But I think now with the reports that teams are putting so much pressure on father-son answers, lock away St Kilda bid on Dean.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, I think now with the noise being so loud, I think St Kilda are going to do what we saw the year after when they changed the NGAs, which cost North McKercher and Sanders, is that teams will start being twats that want it and start bidding early, which will then cause the rules to change so there's a bit more clarity. So I think they're going to be dickheads. So I think that goes. So now I'm starting to look at who you could bring in. Like Malcolm Rosas turns me on.
Okay.
But raw as fuck. Like raw as fuck. I want a I know. I don't want a maybe. Yeah. I feel like our window now, not giving away content, but the meta now from teams is you buy the we know, not we maybe.
Yeah.
We're in the market now for a we know you're good.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think who that we know is. Is it Liam Ryan? He wants to go and sell carpets for Jake. So it's probably not him. But it's someone like Liam Ryan.
Okay. All right.
Zach Bailey. What?
Oh, now we're talking.
Plus, he suits Petra's requirements because he's definitely got a criminal record, Zach Bailey.
Definitely. And he's smart. All right, guys, the main riser of the week, that was Jesse Motlop, 6.9.
No doubt. Never a doubt.
No. I'm going to leave the player of the game for last, but the Horizon Finance 1%er. We went the early crow. We gave this award to Jack Silvani, but I don't know who won this in the end. But Jacob Weitering won it this week with 7.
Yeah, but he's cheating on us. He's ineligible. Caveat, this is actually a drawn today because Lewis Young also had 7. So late Lewis is coming to the party late.
Yeah. And then the player of the game was none other than Frank the Tank. Honestly.
You know what? Ignore everything I said. We don't need a small forward. We've already got him.
True.
Fuck
do you know
it.
he can
Put Malcolm Roses in.
Do you know he can slam revolving doors?
Won't put it past him.
Yeah. He also doesn't sleep. He waits.
That's your best one. That's your best one. Well done. That one got a proper giggle.
All right. Let's take a look at some of the opposition. Why? Why are we looking at Andrew McGrath?
This is just more of a humble brag. I have absolutely felt sick seeing this twat at halfback flank. And I've said it to Fiona quite a lot. Halfback flank and wings, modern day AFL just doesn't respect them. But they are a defined, hard position to play that are important. I thought he was pretty solid. I thought he was one of the few midfielders for them that actually gave us a bit of grief, stood up. Shout out McGrath, because you've been hated by the Essendon fans and you are what you are. I thought he was very solid. I thought he handled the situation well. And in my opinion, was easily their best mid by Flemington Strait. But he got overrun, as you can see by his score.
Yeah, fair. Then 6.2. Then Archie Roberts. I like this kid. Yeah, I like him a lot.
Genuinely, and there's no data to back this up, but by the eye, anyone who shaves the side of their head and then has a foam mullet in the draft seems to be actually the tits.
Yep.
I love this kid. His ball use, his intelligence, his knowledge. When I did my draft previews, I was like, I think this guy could be the best player in the draft.
Well,
still see it. I think this guy is another level good. Like, this guy, he wants to be careful when he signs a long-term contract, because I just think I would be all over the Rob dog. Mature, calm, exemplary footballer. And I think he's unlucky to be in the draft class with Murphy Reid and the Rising Star, because I do think this is probably a harder position to play in a shit team, being the distributor, than being a small forward in a team that's taking the piss.
Yeah, fair. Well, he got a 7.3. And then
Incredible.
the other kid, I'm assuming this is who you're going to have. Yeah. Oh, no. Mason Redman, not a kid.
Who were you going with?
I thought you were going to do Kako.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to, but I was like, how much glaze can I give Essendon? This is something for Carlton to learn here, because they're not incredible at this. But I think what you really do see with Redman and Roberts, what we're severely lacking, both of these guys are very, very attacking based. Probably too much so in a shit team. To be honest, it's dangerous. But this is where we need to be. We need to be, in my opinion, we need these types of players. But I thought he was brilliant. I think his leadership was good. I think we absolutely peppered them. And one thing that really did stand up is Mason Redman ain't scared. The score launches off the back line, incredible. So really enjoyed this from him.
All right. And that gives him a 7.5. And that gives us, just like that, it's that weird part of the year for the rating show. That was it.
Sad times.
Wow. Well, we did it. We did another season.
We did, Terry. We're still here. We're in it together.
We did our jobs.
We did. I don't know how we're doing it is. And I mean, you know what is exciting? I've just heard Hamill's been fired.
Really?
So might get proper backline ball movement next year.
Hamill.
Dicks out. Dicks out.
Wait. Hamill's been fired? Is that?
That's what chat are saying. Yeah, I mean, if you're just trying to keep my vibes up and you're lying to me, fucking, I hope you get the warm side of the pillow all the time.
Shout out Adrian Sell. There's a screenshot. Oh, look at this. Check this out. This is just typical footy media. Check it. Ready? Coach Chaos. Assistant Aaron Hamill departs Carlton.
Oh, yes.
Daddy cool.
Now get rid of Tim Clark and Jordan Russell.
Ooh.
What is he?
He's beginning to believe.
Yeah. Sneak a little bit of Choco Williams as the skills coach in.
Oh, bro, Choco Williams with Charlie. Come on, man. It's the missing
Let's
piece.
just flag it. How's he coaching chaos? Have you seen our backline movement? Our backline movement is fucking horrible. Our backline movement is like watching fucking toddlers learn to swim. Like, fuck me.
Backline movement is a fucking K-hole, bro.
Fucking hate swimming lessons with kids. Honestly, just don't live near water is my advice. Hate watching kids learn to swim.
I'll tell you what, guys and girls, those of you who have tuned in all year, I mean, Pommy and I can do this in front of 4 people. We've done it before. But for those of you who tune in every week, I know at times it's been repetitive and it's been difficult and it's been a bit of a Debbie Downer. And I just want to say thank you very much for just being here and just making it fun. Like, honestly, it did get a little tricky at times, but it was as enjoyable as a shitty season could have been because we had a good crew with us every week. So,
hey, it's been great. You know what? Shout out to all of you. I love you all in my own little way. And let's hope one day we'll do this and we only have 2 losses. Wouldn't it be nice? You know, I was actually thinking yesterday, like, I'm actually pissed off because there is some idiots around social media, but how do we not have an Adelaide fan channel or a Brisbane fan channel?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine doing 18 wins of this? Like, you know, you'd never need Viagra again. You just watch the rating show. 18 wins and 5 losses.
Yeah, man.
It's
amazing. Andy, thank you very much for the $14.99 donation. Thank you very much. Pommy, thank you very much, mate, because you get the numbers, you get the algorithm popping every single week. And sometimes we've had a Sunday game and you get them ready for a Monday show at 5 p.m. as well as doing your
sometimes
review.
I'm about to watch that fucking loss again.
Yeah. So, yeah, we will do another one of these, maybe a general season one. Is that right?
Yeah, look, Terry won't know. The only person who's living who will know will be me, but I've formulated a Brownlow count. So we'll just go game by game and you guys won't know.
Yeah.
Everyone will be surprised.
All right. So keep a lookout for that. Otherwise, I'll see you at 7 p.m. Pommy, you're with Fiona at 8 p.m. on Bomber Banter, right?
Yeah, come on. If you're going to come over, that'll be nice because she doesn't need it. A team's getting battered left, right, and centre.
I've lost 12 in a row.
Do you know what I mean? Like, even I don't take the piss anymore because I feel for her. I genuinely feel for her.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night. See you soon.
Go Blues.
Go Blues.